That night was the last night, oh gods, did they hope this would be the last night that either of these two scrappy boys spent sleeping back to back on the street. There might be some debate over the whole schooling and safety in numbers. All very good in theory. Just make sure a good number of your cohort in question isn't a secret enthusiast of the old slum and skullduggery. Make sure you have someone at your back that you can trust. They awoke early, Tani first, who then woke Aziz. They would need to make an early start. They wanted to be up the ladder, at least part of the way by the time the sun reached the height of the sky. Aziz and Tani were tired. Sleep was troubling. No real rest, but this was the best they were going to do. Camp split between them. It was a straight shot up near to the top of the wall in what he hoped was a secret alcove that no one had been to for a very long time. He trusted his source on the matter like he was blood. If it wasn't safe, Asher didn't lie. No. It would just be an unfortunate fact that what he had told Tani was no longer true. Nothing changes. Nothing stays the same. And it was then, from the ground near the western wall of Eruk, that they got their first real look at the place, and ooh boy, Asher wasn't kidding about its height. They might spend half the day climbing and not reach it. Straight to the top. Top of the world, boys. And maybe, if you don't run, coward, or slip and fall to your doom 400 feet below, you get the best seat in the entirety of the housing district. Best seat in the city. Just have to be driven. You might imagine they stopped and stared and had second thoughts, but nope. Started climbing straight up. And up, and up, and way, way up there. Not as tall as that strange tower that Aziz couldn't help but notice had disappeared from the horizon overnight, but Tani wasn't sure. Aziz didn't force the matter. There had been enough of that sort of rot yesterday, and he was feeling optimistic. No mysterious towers. Fewer bell worshippers up at this altitude. It was starting to feel rather exclusive up here with, like, company. Kinda nice. Leg over leg, hand over hand, hand over fist if they had their combined say in the matter. But please, oh please, don't let this spot be taken. Or imaginary. Up and up and up, and I swear, even if I keep saying up all damn day, it still won't be tall enough. I don't care how tall you've heard Eruk's walls to be. This chunk right here had something to prove to the tourists and those wandering doomed gazetteer readers. Climbing was tense. Nothing was a guarantee. Part of this ladder would need repair, or at the very least reinforcement. Each step felt like some man in a mask was rolling dice, and that felt wicked this high up. Then, without even fully realizing it, they reached the top. Swinging themselves up, arms burning, bodies dripping with sweat, hearts pounding, Tani climbed up and immediately grabbed to reach for Aziz, favoring the safety of his new friend over the make of the place as the first man to the top of his generation. And, oh, by the gods. It was perfect. I mean, how often do you find a high-rise, solid stone, reinforced entryway at the top of the city across from the market district at this price? This price being free is stolen, and oh, wouldn't you know it, it was actually around 3 times the size of what they thought. It had a roof in the back, and it overlooked the outer wall of the city at the top. The two ran around on the wood deck like mad men for about an hour, whooping and hollering. And if you didn't know any better, you'd think there were some kids up there doing kids stuff. And taking a look at their surroundings, they could look down at the city like gods. The view from up here felt like a living map of the entire layout of Eruk. Ooh, yes. The old whore, spilling all of her dirty little logistical secrets before their very eyes. And hey, would you look at that? When Aziz took a look in the direction he had gazed before, well, now he had the advantage of a god's eye view. Lord of all tiny white mice was he. And he saw a temple off near the far side of the center of the city. It was the Temple of Ishtar. He wasn't even upset it was in the wrong direction. It was there this time, just like his mother had told him it would be. And she would never lie to him or lead him astray. She had promised him that, just as he now promised himself to his new friend. Meanwhile, Tani couldn't help but notice that just for a fraction of a second, he could have sworn that the mysterious tower, that the young Aziz had absolutely just imagined, likely due to nerves, had maybe not been imaginary, as he had seen it now, too. And now it was Aziz's turn to have some fun with this, and he said, "Oh, sure, and I bet you're going to tell me there was some wizard with crazy eyes and a big black bird on his shoulder and a big ivory pipe in the shape of a mad old dragon." And Tani said, "You know, that was oddly specific, but no, it was a girl." And you could probably still, all these ages later, hear the echo of the massive groan and rolling of Aziz's strange violet eyes as Tani assured him that there was a girl that was staring at him from the top window. Oh, sure, with big gold earrings, gorgeous black hair, no doubt. And Tani said, oh no, it was wavy and brown and had gold woven into it like some kind of princess. And Aziz raised his eyebrow because it looked for the life of him like Tani was believing this dreck, but said, grinning, "Aha, now who's being oddly specific?" And as for the little girl hiding out in the Tower of Konzel, well, she thought herself to be very clever indeed. As not even the wizard himself knew that she was hiding all the way up here. Well, I guess that'll be your little secret for right now.